Hi writers! Today I want to teach you that when literary essayists are writing about characters, one way they make their ideas more powerful and interesting is by looking beyond the obvious details about the characters, and they really think about what motivates them, and this helps them figure out what the character really wants from other people and from life. So I remember my dad growing up. We he had to work very hard for everything in life and to provide for his family, and he always wanted a motorcycle, and it was a very specific Harley Davidson. And not so much that he just wanted to ride it, it was more as that was a symbol of him being successful. Okay, and so when we think about things like that in our real life, we know that we can do it with our characters from the stories that we read as well. So I'm going to use Raymond's Run as our example. We all read that in class. So our main character, Squeaky, we know that she wanted something out of life. And so I'm going to ask myself, what does she really want? Well, first, we know that she really wants to win. She was very confident in her races that she ran, and she knew that she had it in her. She also wanted to love her brother. You know, she had a very tough exterior, but deep down she really did love Raymond. And I think I'm going to dig a little bit deeper with that. She was tough because she had to be protective. Because if she didn't protect Raymond, who else would? And I think that ultimately led to her loneliness. She didn't know how to let people in because she was so used to just having this hard exterior. Okay, so I think that by thinking about what our character really wants, we can get deeper into who they are. Okay, and you see that I did that. So I want you to take a moment right now, pause and ask yourself, what does your character in the story you read really want? Writers, now that you've thought about that, I've taken a moment and I've put into words kind of what we just talked about. So I started with Squeaky seems tough and angry. Remember that was on our sticky note. She always wants to knock people down, but even though she seems really tough, what shines through is how much she loves Raymond. He is disabled in some way, although I'm not sure how exactly, and having him tag along could make some people crazy. But she wants to stay near him to look after him. They go everywhere together. If people tease her brother or treat him badly, Squeaky gets mad. She knows he is different and that he can't protect himself. Okay? And that word protect really stands out to me. So I'm going to use that one word to describe her. So go ahead and think about one word that you would use to describe your character. Now that you have your word selected, I'm going to show you how you might choose to write about that. So protect. That is a good word for what Squeaky does. She wants to protect her brother from the world and from the people that, can sometimes just be plain mean. She makes sure that he walks on the safe side of the sidewalk and knocks down anyone who so much as looks at him. It is like she sees the whole world as the enemies to her and Raymond. And that's so true. She doesn't really give people a chance to get to know Raymond or her. Maybe she's gotten tough because people have made fun of her, and she uses that toughness to protect Raymond. But while she thinks she is just protecting Raymond, she's also pushing people away, and I sort of wonder if deep down she is lonely. Throughout Raymond's run, I didn't notice that she had anybody that she was nice to besides Raymond. And so that makes me that helped me get to this last sentence here. I wonder if she is lonely. Okay, you will notice that as I wrote, I used this thought guide to help me. So I would encourage for you to do that today as well when you write about what your character really wants deep down. Okay, and that's going to be our I can statement, is that you can think about what your character really wants and write long about it. I would say you can come up with at least a page, if not two, about what your character really wants. Okay, and if you get stuck, I encourage you, I put a mentor text of another 6th grader's writing right here. You can look through this and see how she organized it. Okay, but I'm going to give you this time to think about what your character really wants, and then use the thought prompts to help you put it on paper.